Welcome back to another episode of the Grow Your Daycare podcast. I am your host, Christina Rizakos, and today I want to talk about something that I've been hearing a lot from clients inside our agency, from childcare center owners that message me on Facebook or Instagram. It's this question: can you guarantee me that I'm going to get clients, or how many clients do you guarantee that I will get if I invest in ads? And I've been getting this a lot lately, and I want to kind of unpack it and talk a little bit about that question, my response, and my mindset around it, okay? So before I dive in, I want to make sure you know that we have a school community where we help childcare providers with all things social media marketing. So if you're running a small center or a small home daycare and you basically need a cost-effective way to have something to post on social media every day that looks nice, that gets engagement, you're struggling to keep up with consistency, you're struggling to fully book your program, you're struggling to get noticed, this is the place for you. We have plans that start for as little as $9 a month. The fees will be going up in 2026. So if you are someone that wants marketing help, I suggest you check out the links in the show notes of this podcast episode. If you are running a center and you're interested in Facebook ads or more done for you type of services, we definitely can help you with that as well. Again, all the links are in the show notes. You can make sure you check those out, or you can always email me at info@childcarebusinessmarketing.com. Now, this question. I actually had an email sent to me last night at 9 p.m. asking me this exact question: how many enrollments do you guarantee that I will get if I invest in your programs? Now, there's a lot there. First thing is that if you don't know how much you're willing to spend to get a lead, someone in your program to enroll, then I don't think you're ready for ads yet. What I mean by that is that you have to know what number you're comfortable with to spend to get a lead in your inbox, booking a visit and enrolling. So maybe that's $50 a lead. Maybe you're comfortable with $50 a lead because you know that you're charging, tuition fees of $500-$600 a month. And you know that once you get someone in and they enroll, like they basically don't leave until it's time to go to school. So that makes sense. Even investing $100 for that lead would make sense because, again, the return on your investment is huge. If you are struggling to pay your bills, if you're struggling to keep up with content, if you're struggling to pay your staff, then it's not ideal for you to be investing in Facebook and Instagram ads. Why? Because when we're working with clients and we are ready to invest in ads and we're ready to set up campaigns, there's a few things we have to do before. Number one, we have to make sure that their platforms are set up properly. So Facebook, Instagram, their website, their Google My Business profile, their Yelp profile, everything has to be set up in a way that makes sure when we do send that paid traffic their way, that the users are going to get a good experience, that they're going to get the information they need, that they're going to be able to see within a few seconds or a few minutes, yes, this is the daycare or the center for me. So if you're rarely posting on social, if you haven't claimed your Google My Business, if you've claimed it but you've never done anything with it, if you have a website that someone put together for you, maybe your nephew put together for you a few years ago when you first opened and you've never done anything with it, it's not the time for you to be investing in ads. What you have to be investing in is all your platforms, making sure everything flows well, everything is mobile friendly, everything is consistent with content and the right messaging, that you're posting things that actually get results, that get likes, that get views, that you have some type of a form on your website so that when someone does land, there's a promotion, for example, that they can take advantage of if they enter their information on a simple form. So there's a lot of things, okay? After that's done, the other thing we also have to make sure of is that, number one, there's some type of a CRM installed where any traffic, any names, any emails that we're collecting via our paid traffic ads are actually getting stored in a place that you can then reach out to these clients again. So MailChimp, it's something that you can collect all that data in, okay? So a lot of websites are easily integrated with, MailChimp is one of them, or Active Campaign, right? So this is just a few, but you can do your research to see what works best for you. So because the idea here is that if I'm sending all this traffic that I'm paying for, I want to make sure that there's a place that I'm collecting these emails, so then I can reach out to clients again and again and again, right? Because the reality is that someone is not going to enroll their child because they saw one random ad on Facebook. That's not how this works. It's all about increasing your brand awareness. It's all about positioning. It's all about messaging. It's all about really just staying consistent and in the feed. So when the time is right for them and they're ready to click and to call and to book a visit with you, that, you're the one that they book a visit with and not your competition, okay? So you have to make sure that you're collecting your emails. You have to make sure you have like an email sequence that's automated, that as soon as someone lands on your email, that there's a series of emails that get sent out to them, right? Encouraging them to take the next step. Now, the last thing we want to make sure is that you have a strong tour process, because even if I'm, if Facebook is sending you all these leads and I'm calling you up and I'm saying, hey, this week we got 10 new leads or 20 new leads. If you don't have a strong tour process, if you don't know what that looks like, if you've never actually put that down on paper, then you're going to struggle to convert these people into paying clients, right? So you have to make sure that you have a strong follow-up process via email, phone call, text. You have to make sure that it's consistent and that it's not something that you do only once, and then when you don't get the call back from this client or this potential client, that you just forget and you just blame ads for not doing their job, right? So it has to be a strong follow-up process. And then you have to make sure once you have them in your center that you have you have a strong tour process. You understand exactly what's going to make them say yes. Or you have stories to share. You have your marketing material ready to hand to them. You have social proof, testimonials, things like that. And you're ready to really just kind of guide them through your facility, introduce them to your staff, and hopefully get them to enroll. And you also have a strong promotion that you're offering to really get them through the door, okay? Once you have all that set up and it's working well, then it's time to pass on to paying campaigns, for paid campaigns on Facebook and on Instagram and even on Google, okay? So what that looks like is a simple campaign targeting your local audience, and we're targeting 6 or 7 creatives. So these are videos, reels, carousels, things like that, to get that attention. Because then we know as an agency that if we get you your leads in that inbox, that you know exactly what you're supposed to be doing with that after, right? Because Facebook did its job. It got us the leads. That's what we paid it to do. We told it, Facebook, take these $10 a day, take these 6 pieces of content. This is the area I want you to target. Go show these people these ads. As marketers, yes, I can go in and I could track and I can do some tweaks to make sure that the creative is resonating and is getting results. But that's about it. After that, once we get the lead, our job is done. Facebook's job is done. Now it's up to you as the business owner to take this lead. Again, reach out to them, follow up with them, have a strong tour process, email them, have a great promotion as an incentive to get them through the door, and hopefully get them to enroll. So I cannot answer the question, how many enrollments do you guarantee? Because I don't know what all that looks like in the back end. I don't know if you have a strong tour process. I don't know if you have strong social proof. I don't know if you have amazing staff. I don't know if you have a really good reputation in your community. I don't know if your Facebook and Instagram and pages are all set up properly. I don't know if you're actually going to follow up with people, or you're just going to try once, and if they don't call you back, then you're just ready to blame, the agency, or you're ready to blame Facebook ads, right? I don't know. I don't have control over that. But what I do have control over is targeting the right people. I have control over making sure that everything is well optimized and well, mobile friendly and all that. I have control over leveraging different types of creatives to see what actually resonates with your audience. That's what I have control over. But as soon as Facebook starts giving us leads, then Facebook has done its job. So then it's up to you to do the most difficult job that I think there is. Then, just pushing some buttons on the laptop, getting people to book a visit, to show up, to enroll, and then hopefully tell their friends all about your amazing program, right? That's where your job comes in as the childcare director, or if you have a lead educator that does this, right? That is your job. That is their job. So I hope that this answers your questions. If you are listening to me and you're thinking, you know what, Christina, I'm ready to invest in ads. We usually tell clients that if you have around $700 a month to invest in your marketing, and you know that you can leverage between $10 and $15 a day on ad spend, we'd love to connect with you. Again, all our links are in the show notes. You can check those out and see what that looks like. And if you're interested, you can book a free call with us so we can explain to you exactly what all that looks like in the back end. Have an amazing rest of your day, you guys, and I'll see you guys again real soon. Bye for now.